Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating article on intentional joy, a concatenative approach to internal program structure. It's a really cool blend of philosophy, programming language theory, and some seriously clever algorithm design. Get ready!
Intentional joy? Sounds intriguing. So what's the core idea here? Is it about making programs happier? Just kidding.
Haha, no, not exactly. It's about bringing intentionality to concatenative programming languages like Joy. Think of it this way. Extensionally, two sorting algorithms might produce the same output, but intentionally, they're different because their internal workings are distinct. This article explores how to let a program examine the code of another program, not just its input/output behavior.
I see. So we're talking about introspection within the program itself? That's pretty meta. How does this work in Joy specifically?
Exactly. Joy is a concatenative language, meaning programs are built by concatenating commands. The article proposes adding new operators, like map and quota, to enable this introspection. Map applies a function to each element of a program, while quota wraps each command in a quotation, essentially exposing the program's structure.
Whoa! So map is like a higher order function but operating on the program's code itself? That's powerful. But how does quota fit in? It sounds more like a structural transformation.
You're spot on. Quota is all about revealing the structure. It's a more fundamental operation, and the article cleverly shows how you can build map using quota, and vice versa. This demonstrates a kind of equivalence between these two approaches to intentionality.
That's a really elegant demonstration of equivalence. But doesn't the intentional aspect complicate the idea of equivalence? Aren't two programs that behave identically but have different internal structures still different intentionally?
Absolutely. That's the crux of the matter. The author rightly points out that while map and a quota-based equivalent might behave the same, they are fundamentally different intentionally. It highlights the need for a more nuanced definition of equivalence in the context of intentional programming languages.
It's not just about the what but the how. This whole thing reminds me of the difference between denotational and operational semantics. We're looking at the operational details here, the actual steps of execution, not just the mathematical meaning.
Precisely. And the article even touches on the limitations of this approach. The simplicity of Joy, with its lack of variable binding, is a key factor. The author suggests that extending this to languages with variable binding, like Lambda Prolog or Fresh ML, would require further research.
Fascinating. So it's not just a theoretical exercise. It opens up avenues for future research in more complex programming paradigms. It's a really well-written article, clearly explaining complex concepts in a digestible way.
Indeed. The author masterfully blends philosophy, programming language theory, and practical implementation details. The discussion of distinguishing dupe from a quotation is particularly clever, showing how even seemingly simple operations can have surprising depth in an intentional context. It's a must-read for anyone interested in programming language design or the theoretical foundations of computation.
I completely agree. It's a great example of how seemingly simple concepts can lead to deep insights and open up new research directions. Thanks for bringing this to our attention.
My pleasure. And that's all the time we have for today's Tech Bytes and News. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.